Hello everybody, I'm Violet from Navidex Photography and welcome back to another episode. So in today's episode, we've got a very special guest in the studio with us today, all the way from the UK, Christopher Albone. Chris, how are you, man?
Hi, I'm good. Very good, thank you.
What you been up to?
Mostly work. These days I get very little time to do any YouTube videos, so it's mostly work. But I have been able to crack out a few more videos than normal recently. I did go for a period where I did nothing, but I'm getting back into the swing of it again.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of your videos these days, and well, not these days, always. Like you said on your videos, I've been stalking you.
Yeah, you have. From about, I think it was about the third or fourth video. It was the one that I did on the gimbal and the Canon M50, wasn't it? That's where we first met each other.
Yeah, I think so, eh? And we just clicked as friends and we just stuck together. And you've been watching my videos, I've been watching yours. But I guess that's how you build a community, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah, and that was one of the things that I was very into when I started my channel, is building that community. I think that's probably number one, is to find people like me in my sort of space and that are doing the same thing, and let's just build that family. Let's just work together. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And we've made so many friends on the way. We've been engaging with Sunny and with Karen and with Gabriel Alvarez and all the guys. That's really just been such a big part of our lives. I mean, you get home and you're tired from a hard day's work, but these guys are posting, so you are watching.
That's right. Yeah, there's been a couple of times where I've got home and it's been the last thing I wanted to do, but I felt it got to a point where I just have to release a video today. And so I've been, like Karen recently, like making all of those videos. You have to make the video in the evening and then you've got to edit it, and you can be up until 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, most definitely. And so we've, going around in circles with which videos or people are saying what you watch is what you become. So the more you watch stuff that are like-minded people, the more you become like them. But I felt that you've gone above and beyond that. You've actually gone your own way and created some videos which is not like anyone else on this platform.
Yeah, I've tried to do that, and I have watched many other YouTubers to get started. I think it's important to get a feel and understand what's going on, and there are loads of channels out there that are they're pulling you in partly on fear, and I know you and I have had a discussion about this before, so there is that element that they pull you in, sort of saying why you're rubbish, why your videos suck, but there are some good ones out there as well, which sort of help you move along. Yeah, definitely. And I realized sort of that I needed to understand how the YouTube things work, but also that I need to forge out my own path.
Yeah, I think that's very important. On a platform like this, everyone is trying to mimic each other, and things are starting to get haywire because everyone's trying to be a Casey Neistat or a Peter Mckinnon, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I mean, those guys are pioneers. They're paving the way for us, to become good photographers, videographers, and cinematographers on this platform. But breaking the boundaries and going above and beyond what they are doing. To create your own sort of niche, I think that's first prize.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. I mean, there was one video for me that stood out. It was Roberto Blake. I started watching his videos, and he's very good, again, helping you, moving you along, especially as a new YouTuber. And one of his most influential videos was that you need to make 100 crappy videos. You just have to, and basically that was a message for me to just say, get started, just start making them. Don't aim for perfection, but just get out there, just keep on making them, keep on doing it, and the things will develop, and you'll get better. And that stuck with me. So I think I'm at about video 55 or something like that. So I know I'm well within that 100, and I just need to keep on going at it and sort of forge away. Because actually, I was almost going to bring it up on your previous question. When I first started YouTube, I had an idea of what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it. And even to this day, I've still not got around to actually doing it, the format and the way that I do my videos and stuff. Again, it's quite unusual and nobody's doing it. And I thought that's the way that I want to make my videos, but just time and everything and getting used to it. I think that's more important for me at the moment. And so once I've understood how it all works, how I pull it all together and how my software works and how I can speed up the process and get that all slick, then I can move into making the videos that I actually want to start making. So at the moment, I don't mind if they are not really the ones that I want to be making, as long as they're quite good and I'm learning something new as well. That's another thing. I make sure every single video I make, I am learning something new on every single one. Even though the people watching my videos can't see it, I know that I've learned a new technique, I've done something different for every single one. And that's really important to me.
You've just nailed it. I mean, I couldn't have said it better. That is one of the best answers that I've ever had, or one of the best responses that I've ever had to a question like that, and you can make 1,000 videos and not get a lot of views. And then suddenly you just discover you. And once you discover you, that's when you take off.
Yeah, definitely. And there's nothing, and this is where you've been really helpful and really encouraging as well. It's strange, when I first started making YouTube videos, I felt I was really tense and I would tense up on camera. But I'd been making videos for years before that for myself. I'd gone on holiday, and I think I almost created the vlog because I had an idea of sort of creating video diaries, and this is back in 2003. And I don't think even YouTube was out then. I'm not even sure. It was on the old, webcams with the tape and, the video cams that had the tape and everything. And so I started doing that, and they came out quite well. And I got into my video editing and all of that. But as soon as I started YouTube, I tensed up. And I'm only now starting to relax, starting to be me, not worry about being me, and just get out there, have fun, and it's starting to come together.
I think my first 4 or 5 videos had way more bloopers and fluff than any other video. And then after that, I just decided, you know what? Just go with it. Everybody are people and everybody are human, and they just make the same mistakes. So instead of just editing all the fluff out, just leave it in. People enjoy it sometimes more than what they enjoy the entire video.
I haven't really made many bloopers. I have occasionally, and when I have done, I thought, you know what, that would just lighten up the video, so I've chucked them in at the end. But on the whole, I just tend to re-record and then do it all over again. And so I end up taking, several cuts or scenes of the same thing until I get it right. And all the rest just end up on the cutting room floor, as they call it. And I've actually made about 4 or 5 complete videos, edited it and everything, and they've not been released because I just thought I don't like them. Have you ever had that where you've made a whole video and you thought, don't like that?
Especially with me, I've done a gazillion videos which will probably never see the platform on YouTube. When you started YouTube, you never expected to gain the amount of friends or, to build this community that you've built. You basically just started posting videos for what reason?
Yeah, you're right. So my reason was that I used to make loads of home videos, and I love the whole process. I particularly like the editing side of it with the software. I've always been into that, and I can just spend hours editing. But I thought I needed a vehicle for me to force myself to start making videos, and I thought a YouTube channel would be great to force me to get into that routine that I didn't have before. So I started my YouTube channel, but it is such a daunting point when you start and you realise you've got 0 views, 0 subscribers, and you're putting your first video out there and you think, is anybody ever going to watch it? And so, of course, you get your friends and family start watching them at first, but then a few other people are interested in as well. And then you start learning about tagging and titling your videos a bit better, and then people become a little bit more interested, and it builds up slowly and steadily. I mean, I'm still small. I've got 174 subscribers. I've had about 17,000 odd views now, but over the last, I've had my channel about a year and a half. But I'm now starting to see it increase. So I'm getting a steady number of subscribers coming through, and the views are increasing daily. So I'm at the point now where I'm getting almost 100 views a day, which I know doesn't sound like a lot, but you're in it for the long haul. When you start a YouTube channel, you can't expect to start a YouTube channel and you get thousands of people going, oh my God, look at this guy, it's amazing. It's not going to happen. You have to get noticed. You have to be sort of consistent in your approach in some way. You don't have to be, like really mad about all of that, or I have to post on a particular day. I don't particularly agree with that. And again, it's not a business for me. YouTube is about making friends, about my hobby and my passion, and building on that. It's not a business for me at all.
Yeah, definitely. And something that you said there as well, you're going to grow consistently. So you don't want to just smash it out of a ballpark, get thousands of subscribers, and then none of them watch your videos. I mean, in a case like mine, for instance, I've got a bunch of subscribers of which not even 5% watch my videos. So
yeah, that's right. And I think, again, I've got a very small subscriber base, but I think the proportion of my subscribers to my views, because they're very low, is quite good at the moment. The videos that I've made that have done very well are from searches, every single one. And the funny thing is, when I released them, I knew they were going to do well. Every single one, like the Bay City one that I did, I knew that was going to do well. And at the moment, that's had 6,000 views. The one I did on the camera strap, I knew it would be limited, but a lot better than my normal videos. And it's doing what I thought. And then the last one that did really well, it's been out about 3 months and has had about almost 6,000 views now, is the review I did on the microphones, the Boya microphones. Now, I said on that video, I'm not a reviewing channel. I don't do all of that. But I felt that video needed to be made because I couldn't see a video out there that was useful for people. And I thought if it was me looking for those microphones, I would want to see my video. So I put it out there, and I think that's why it's doing quite well. So yes, I do have an idea. I have a theme, a rough theme at the moment, which will improve, I think, going forwards. But I think don't be afraid to sort of change from what you think you should be doing ordinarily. That's okay if you think, I need to do a review on this or that, or make a tutorial on that. As long as the reason behind it is good, then you're good to go. Don't beat yourself up over it. Like, just go with it. Again, 100 first crappy videos. Just do it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about your crappy videos, people. There you have it. Chris Albone tells you, go make your first 100 videos and don't worry about them. And also what I see is what happens is you've made those videos like you did now on the microphone because you felt that there's no video out there for you that does it for you or that gives you the information about the microphones that can really, bring some value to your life. And you went out and made that video. And that's actually what this platform is all about. Seeing the gap, filling the gap, and adding value to people's lives. Now, I've seen a bunch of things on YouTube that I've never seen anywhere else in the world, obviously, because YouTube is, I think, the second largest search engine. And if you don't know how to do something, what do? YouTube. I mean, if my phone gets stuck, I go to a YouTube video to see how to fix my phone. If something happens on OBS, I go to a YouTube video to see how to fix that thing on OBS. So find the gap, fill the gap, and add value to people's lives. If that's what you're doing on this platform, then I'm sure you're here for the right reason.
That's right. Yeah, I agree. I think if you do spot one of those like gaps that are missing, then I think people starting new will do really well quite quickly. It's just that where I've started off, and I think slightly similar for yourself, when you do get involved in videos and photography, a lot of other people are doing it. And there's a good reason. It's because every single person making a YouTube video is interested in videography because they've got to make their videos. So whether they're I don't know, a botanist or whatever they're, librarian or a book club or something really different, they still need to make a video. So they still need to know about cameras and techniques and video editing software. So there's always going to be a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? There's going to be a lot of need for those types of videos. So when you start making videos in that space, you've got the same idea as many, many others. But you can find gaps between the ones that are already out there. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not I certainly won't copy other channels because what's the point? And I've said that in a few of my videos. I'm not going to create another video when there's a good video already out there. Why would you do that?
So it's a tough question when people ask you, even if you go for a job interview, people ask you this question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Now, I can never answer that question. When I sit in a job interview or when I have interviews like this, I can never answer the question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Because my plan changes too often. But now I'm going to throw the ball in your court. I'm going to ask you, where do you see yourself in 5 years on the YouTube platform?
Okay, I've thought one night. Right. In 5 years' time, I want to look back at myself in like 5 years ago and say, oh my goodness, was I making videos like that? That would be a really good thing, to know that I've moved on that much in the 5 years of making videos. I look back, because I'm already doing it now. From the first few videos I made, I'm looking back going, I'm just cringing a little bit. And some of them are no longer on YouTube that didn't do very well anyway. But that's where I hope to be in 5 years' time. I hope I'm sort of making high quality content, and also that I'm actually going to start following the thing that I said I was going to do, and actually start making videos based on the idea that I had originally. And I haven't made one video around that original idea yet. So I don't want to give the game away too much, but you know, a lot of people go out and about, or they're shooting something. It could be a river, it could be birds or animals or anything like that. I'm going to start off with quite a nice video with the music. There might be some narration stuff over it, and then at the end there's going to be a how did I make the video. So that was my plan, is that you have a nice video at the start, and at the end of it you have how did I make this video on every single one. And you know, sometimes I might break it down to something very specific, but the trouble is, and this is the thing, you need people. It's almost like, then you realise why do these films and TV programs have crews? It's because you need all of these people to help you out, and it's just us. It's just little old me and it's little old you just making these videos. So we are the person who comes up with the idea. We film it, we edit it, sound engineer, we do everything. And like when you need a second person, so can you hold the camera, or could you do this or shoot this? You then realise it's really difficult because they don't know how to use it. I give Loretto the camera and say, "Oh, can you shoot it?" And it's at that point that I realise what little he knows. I just take it for granted, and then I feel like I'm being really bossy, saying, "Oh, can you hold it?" And I want I want the camera to shoot here, and like zoom in a little bit. And I keep on saying to him, just go with what you feel. But I'm going with what I feel. I'm trying to like project my thoughts into his head, and it's just not going to happen, because you don't realise how much you learn doing all of this, because you have to learn about using the camera, learning about audio, which I hate. There's so much to audio. You'd think that's the simple bit, but it's becoming one of the hardest things to nail. The editing, the colour grading, and the storyline, just all of it. It's hard. There's a lot to it, and you need people. That's why the Peter Mckinnons, the Matti Hapoojas, and all of that, they've got people behind the scenes that you don't see. Once you get to a certain point, to make the videos that they're making and to keep on pumping them out, you need several people around you, good people as well. I've got Loretto. He's great, but he's not very good at the camera work.
Oh, sure, that's awesome. Yeah, I've got the same feeling, Sometimes we just go out shooting stuff, and I will just be saying to Nadine, just grab the gimbal and then just move at a 45 angle. And she goes like, what? And it's amazing how you just believe that people can do what you can do. Not that I'm very good at anything, but, you believe that they can do it at the level you're at. But they're not there yet.
Yeah, but I have been thinking about this recently, and I think it would be a good video to make, is a video getting Loretto to try and make a video of his own, and just to try and teach him over the course of a weekend. And then I'm going to so we'll do all of that, and then at the end of it we'll publish his final video, put it on the back of the video that we make. I think that would be quite funny and quite entertaining.
And you know what? I think that video is going to just take off, because that should be something really brilliant. I don't think people have done that. And that's what I was talking about those gaps, where people don't know what's going on behind the scenes, and they don't see the struggles that we go through. And if you do a video like that, especially like, training Loretto to do stuff that you would normally just find easy to do, and then after the fact, put up a video to say this is how he actually made the video, that would be brilliant. I think that video would take straight off.
I hope so. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think it'd be quite hard to make though. Like the Loretto bit, I think it would be harder for him than I realise. Like you just said, He has no idea about the exposure triangle or anything like that, because I am trying to improve my hobby and everything that I do. I try and do everything in manual mode. I don't like going to automatic, because you notice that when things are in automatic, it's like when you see other people's videos, those little differences you can spot straight away. Not that it's a bad thing, and if you've got a great story and you don't need it, then fine. But sort of where I'm trying to get to, I am trying to move away from all of the automatic functions. I'm trying to get everything just right, to just make it that little bit more polished. But it's taken a long time.
No, definitely. And just something that I noticed about you, and that's why I like the community that we're in, because we can sort of give each other constructive criticism, and I don't feel bad about it. Like if another nugget goes on your channel and just bats you straight out of the gate, you feel like, what did I do to deserve that? But if one of your friends come and tell you, hey, look, your frame rate wasn't so on there, that's a really good thing, and that's why I love the comments. And I've seen in some of my videos as well that you've got a damn good eye for frame rates and exposure and stuff like that, because you can immediately pick up, my video style and my shooting style so well by now that you actually pick up when I use a different frame rate and nobody else notices. And you've got a very good eye for that. So I give you a gold medal on that one, really, buddy, I do.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I do remember. Yeah, I did comment on a couple of your videos. I think, it wasn't nice saying, oh, Violet, what have you done? But it just looked different, and I could tell why it was different. And it's like, oh, because you can spot those things, and it gives your video a totally different look. But to the untrained eye, they might notice it, but or not, but they won't really worry about it. Yeah, it would just sort of go past them. Yeah, I'm watching it. But no, you're right. It's as much about the supporting and the content you're making and everything like that. But I think for people like you and I and that community, I think it is important that we look out for each other, and we're supportive, we're inquisitive, and yeah, we can all move forwards together. I think that's a really strong point to make as well, isn't it? That we all move forwards together. Absolutely. I would hate for it that one of us fell behind or felt that they were struggling in some way. That's what this is all about. That's what this growing community for me is all about. Teamwork and sharing and just communicating, having fun, just creating stuff as well. Just bring all of that together. Love it.
Perfect. That is the perfect answer. And, for me, it's exactly the same as for you. And I feel that if I'm going to do this channel, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to help the people who need the help. I'm going to help the people who's asking. And I'll help the people who's not asking, because they'll just see it and they'll never comment, because about 80% of the people never comment on your videos. But the thing is, if you're here for the right reasons, then those reasons should be to better or more advance someone's life. And to do that, you got to take hands and stand together. And that is where this comes in. You got to say, look, buddy, I know you've done a fluff there, but never mind. That's how you grow. And then we grow together. And as we learn and grow together, that's what makes our channels, really solid. We don't just take off and then get 1 million views and then drop down. We're going to grow together, and we're going to grow solidly. And that's what I love about this. And our community is one of those that we're growing slowly, but we're growing steady.
Yeah, absolutely. And you raised a really good point around the comments. So the videos that have done quite well, I get a few more comments, but the ones that are more for my loyal subscribers, and it is like my loyal subscribers who are my friends and family, and my wider friends circle. I'm sure a few of them will be watching it out of curiosity and not politeness. I'd say they are interested and they're curious, but nobody comments. No one comments. That's the thing that bugs me. I know if they did comment, it'd be something nice, but I do find it odd that I get very few comments. Considering the views, I just thought them being closer to me, a little bit closer, they would leave a few more comments than they do. But that's okay.
But hey, Chris, we got to wrap this up, man. I see we have gone a shot a little bit over our time, but it was really, really, really nice talking to you, as it always is. And keep shooting. As always, keep creating. And happy YouTubing, man.
Thank you. And the same right back to you as well, Violet. Just keep on doing what you're doing, and I'll be there with you. We'll move forward together.